Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Mikey Bustos once again bringing you another video. Wanted to make this video because I realized today how funny life can be sometimes, you know? Um, I swear that life it's got there's like a mind, that powers life. There's this one giant entity that drives life forward. Okay, well, that's all metaphysics. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. But because I find sometimes life and the universe has such great humor. And a lot of times I'll end up like laughing to myself out loud in public. Um, or even when I'm alone. I wanted to share with you two stories where it's just life was so funny. Okay, so the first story is my friend and I, Laura, uh, have always wanted to go on vacation. Last year, I was fortunate enough for my birthday to go on a great vacation with 18 friends. But most importantly, with one of my BFFs, Kimmy Cabin, we went to Cuba and had a great time and bonded even more there. But my one of my other BFFs, Laura Hughes, we've always been talking about going on vacation together, and we knew that it would help us bond a lot if we did. Um, and so this was way back like last summer. We're like, you know what? We are going to go on vacation together. We're gonna go to a hot tropical beach, and we're just gonna have a blast. And so we put aside, March or April to go. So later that year, towards the end of the year, maybe around December or November, Laura comes to me and she tells me, um, you know, I won't be able, we won't be able to do the trip. I can't do it. I forget what the exact reason was. I think it was because of work, and like just I don't know, maybe taking time off or she had to save for something. But it was work related. So I said, you know what, that's cool. We can always go. There will always be another time, to go on vacation. And so whatever, didn't think anything of it at all. So time went on, and then just last week she messages me, and she's like, Mikey, I won an award, at my work. So I'm like, that's great. This is awesome, Lori. This is great. So she won an award at her work for having a great amount of sales. She works for Workopolis, great company. And she was at this big conference, a company conference, and her own fellow coworkers, had voted her as like a top seller. So I'm like, this is wonderful. So the girl calls me BBMs me on Sunday, just this past Sunday. She's like, um, you know, uh, I want to ask you something, but it'll have to wait till we go to the bar. So I'm like, what do you mean? Uh, Tell me now. That's the worst thing you could ever do to me. Don't tell me about something, but tell me, because I'm gonna drill you. I'm gonna find out what it is you want to tell me. So she's like, well, you know how I won the award? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I also won an all expense paid trip vacation for two to the Mayan Riviera in April. And all of a sudden I started getting hot. I'm like, you're kidding. She's like, we're going to Mexico. So I'm like, what? The reason why we originally couldn't go on vacation out to be, the reason we do go on vacation. And all expense paid. And this week she messaged me and gave me the site of the resort, and freaking it's like a spa and nature park. Like could I ask for a better place? You know, because I want to go down there and I want to film some ants. Because when I was in Cuba, I filmed some amazing, amazing local ants there. But in Mexico, I've always wanted to film the leaf cutters there. And hello, nature park. So I just found that so funny. You know, I'm like, life, you got me. That was a great joke and perfect. This is wonderful. You know. So, anyways, that's one funny thing. Another funny thing involves my business. As some of you might know, I help run and co-founded and co-own the Ants Canada Ant Store, which is at antscanada.com, and we're also international brokers for the selling of ant colonies. So our ant nursery, located in Toronto, we sell off colonies to Southern Ontario residences. We've sold now 25 colonies over the past 9 months, and we farm them ourselves. Anyways, we have to go meet these customers who pick them up because we don't want to ship them through the mail because, you know, illegal and it's kind of cruel. So what we do is a representative goes to Tim Hortons and that like just near the nursery, and the people come and they meet us there and they pick them up and they ask us any questions if we need whatever, and that's how it's done. It's paid through PayPal. Everything is just clean. We hand them an invoice and all that. But as I was waiting at Tim Hortons, this is like our 25th colony that we sold, it just occurred to me how much it's like a drug deal. You know, I sit down in Tim Hortons, in my own corner, right? Got my hoodie on, whatever. And I've got a test tube of ants. And then the customer comes in and sits down and goes, "So, do you got the ants?" And I'm like, "Yeah, here they are." A test tube. And I'm thinking, the staff at the Tim Hortons that we go to must think that I'm the biggest drug dealer ever. Because I come in suspiciously with my little test tube, and it's so funny. And it's just, life is so great. Life is so great and funny. Just had to create a vlog on it because it's just making me laugh, you know? It's just too hilarious. Anyways, thanks guys for listening to my randomness. And if you have any ironic or funny or, you know, comic stories on anything in life, leave them in the comment section below. Thanks guys for the support. I love you. Oh, and thank you to the new additions to the fan wall behind me. For those of you who missed the fan wall video, all of that is fan mail. It's about 4 layers of fan mail. You can lift it. That over there is a forum they're called the forum family. They were like essentially like my very first fan club that opened on my site. They joined a forum on my site and they call themselves the forum family, and they gave me that book at my performance at the Sky Dome several years back, and I take it with me everywhere. But it's on the fan wall now, and one day I'll make a video to show you what that is. And also, let's see if you guys can see that. See that little tiny thing there? That's a little Buddha statue given to me by Barb Petrie. Thank you, Barb, for the Buddha. That's so awesome. It's so cute. And actually, just to let everybody know, it's kind of like a reference to one of the singles from my last album, If It Feels Good Then We Should. There's a line that says, "Let me be your Buddha." So that's what that's for. Anyway, thank you guys so much for the support. Take care and subscribe to our videos. Bye.